Hi, I'm going to show you through the prototype of my instrument, the Esteso Voce. It means the extended voice. Apologies to Italian speakers, the Italian's probably wrong, but you get the gist. It's the working title. The point of this instrument is to add extra functions to a singer, extra musical abilities to a singer that you couldn't otherwise have. And in this particular prototype, it's harmonies. You can add harmonies that you can specify, which obviously you couldn't normally sing just on your own. Okay, now parts are, I'll come around behind the camera and point it at different bits. This is the input. It's a guitar. It's a guitar called, the type is the Yamaha Easy EG. And I've chosen it because it has, if I come really close, it's got buttons instead of frets. And those buttons are output a MIDI signal. So let's have a look around here. There's a MIDI cable coming out. Okay, so when I press those buttons, this is supposed to work as a guitar. It's got a kind of, it's supposed to work as a teaching guitar, but that's not the way I'm using it. I'm using it for that array of 12 by 6 buttons. So there goes that cable coming through to the computer. Computer's a fairly important part of this instrument. I'd love to be able to build it acoustically. The aesthetic is that this should be an acoustic instrument. And eventually I'll get it to the stage where it feels like using an acoustic instrument. Right at the moment, parts and wires everywhere. The computer, you can see a strange diagram there. I'm using a program called Pure Data, which is taking in the sounds from the, we're taking the MIDI signals from the guitar and the voice from the microphone, and transposing the voice appropriately. So this is the other piece, of course, is microphone. And here with my test setup, I've got a Logitech USB microphone, one of the worst microphones on the planet. And very easy to sort of plug in and just get going. It actually comes out of a WeSing kit, which is sort of ridiculous, faintly ridiculous. Okay. And finally, the computer outputs the sound, and the sound's coming out this giant and also inappropriate speaker, but it's all doing the job. So, I've got some other videos demonstrating it, but I'll just quickly do it again now to make this one a little bit more complete. It's just my voice coming out. Add a major third. And that's me singing to myself. And if I add on minor third above, and there's a major triad. Okay. So the you can currently get what's called vocal harmonizers, normally in the form of like a pedal, where you say what key you're going to be performing in. So you might be saying, you know, the song's in D, and you turn it on, and it analyzes your voice, picks its appropriate harmonies, and just plays some appropriate harmonies along with you. That's a bit of a kind of a gimmick. This instrument is meant for, you know, someone who's really a musician, who understands what they're doing with harmony and can choose appropriate voicings the way they'd like to. So for instance, they could do 4-part choral music potentially on their own, as long as the music's homophonic. Because of that, it's very difficult to play, but the point of this approach, and the point of the Esteso Voce, is that it's not supposed to be really easy. It's supposed to be an instrument. You're supposed to master it, and that if you put in the effort to master it, you should be able to get out something far more than a singer can on their own, and certainly far more than someone with one of those harmonising pedals.